Everyone, I'm lujayn, and welcome to me and Rachelle and Bessan's podcast. Ta-da! Today, we'll be talking about the coronavirus and the world pandemic, as well as how viruses are transmitted and many more interesting topics.
I am Bisan and I will be discussing these matters with Lujayn and Rachelle as well.
San. Good morning, everyone. I am Rachelle, and let's start off with some fun facts. First of all, the coronaviruses come from a family of coronaviruses, and they have this name because in Latin, corona means crown, which is how the head of the virus looks underneath a microscope. About 4 to 5 different kinds of coronavirus came from common diseases among humans, like the common cold or mild respiratory illness. But there are about 7 that can affect humans. The coronavirus, SARS-CoV-2, is what caused COVID-19. And on rare occasions, like now, we see coronaviruses jump from animals to humans.
Introduction. However, before we get into the specifics of the coronavirus, more specifically COVID-19, we must first discuss the origins of viruses. A virus is a microscopic infectious agent which spreads amongst living things, replicating its genetic material to survive. The first ever virus to exist was tobacco mosaic virus and was discovered by Dmitry Ivanovsky in 1892. In simpler terms, a virus is made up of genetic material that is surrounded by a protein coat, arguably not a living thing. It can reproduce only by releasing DNA or RNA into living cells, and then identical viruses are produced.
Now, here are some details about the coronavirus and the way it spreads, and just some basic facts you should know. Coronaviruses transmit best in enclosed spaces. The more people huddled together, the easier they can travel. Like most viruses, they thrive in the wintertime, where the cold weather keeps their sensitive casing from drying out, while sunlight may damage it with its UV rays, and the virus will still be able to spread amongst people as long as there's still an abundance of hosts around. When the virus enters a body, it injects its antibodies into the host's blood cells, latching onto them and hijacking them to be able to replicate its own RNA. Coronaviruses have RNA, not DNA. Now, over to Bessan.
So now that Lujayn has discussed to you guys how the virus can spread, I am here now to talk to you more about COVID-19 specifically. So basically, this is what we know. COVID-19 is a highly infectious respiratory illness which spreads by infected water droplets which escape when people cough and sneeze and can travel about 6 feet ahead of them and land on other objects or people, which is how the disease is transmitted from person to person. It affects the body by causing cold, creating highly contagious infections in the nose and throat, and infect the lungs, causing much more severe illnesses and damage, which has the potential of affecting you for life. It acts like a mixture of all of the other coronaviruses as well. Most coronaviruses can only cause colds and small infections, which means this must be one of the worst coronaviruses to ever come. Only the MERS and SARS virus can cause severe respiratory lung illnesses, making COVID-19 the greater evil of the other 7 coronaviruses which are known to infect humans. So not only that, even when the virus does leave your body, it keeps damage behind. So if you're cured of COVID-19, just know that there's still the damage to deal with from your respiratory system being damaged.
Now that we have discussed the basics of coronavirus and COVID-19 more specifically, let's jump into describing the difference between COVID-19 and the flu. Firstly, sneezing, a symptom of the flu, however not COVID-19. Diarrhea and vomiting are both symptoms of the flu, however they are not symptoms of COVID-19. Coughing, on the other hand, is a symptom of both the flu and COVID-19. Sore throats can sometimes be a symptom of COVID-19, but it is commonly a symptom of the flu. A fever is common in both the flu and COVID-19. And lastly, shortness of breath. It's a symptom of COVID-19 but not the flu.
And I'm lujayn again. So anyway, now I would like to discuss the thing most people are intrigued about and everyone is waiting for. Is there a treatment or a vaccine or a cure? Unfortunately, no. Many currently being tested and are in the making, but doctors, specialists, and all around from the world have been researching, experimenting, and searching, all looking for a remedy from the terrible virus. Many studies have been done researching all possible treatments, and many have come back looking promising. The most you can do is self-care. Make sure to take care and love yourself now. Get the face masks out, ladies.
The very bad thing about the virus is that it spreads very easily and it is very contagious, and if someone has it around you, most likely everyone else in the space will catch the virus. So here are some methods to prevent spread. Always make sure there's a 2-meter distance between you and others. Avoid social gatherings. Avoid touching nose, mouth, and eyes if hands are not cleaned properly. In case you sneeze or cough, always cover your mouth with elbow or tissue. Wearing a cloth face covering and protective gloves in stores, pharmacies, and other public settings. Try and avoid close contact with people that show symptoms of COVID-19, as shown in the previous slide. Wash your hands regularly with soap and water. However, if it isn't available, use alcohol-based sanitizer.
Podcast talks about the most important content in our presentation. If you were confused or forgot anything, please go back to our presentation and recap on anything you might have missed. Thank you.